Hallihallo meine Lieben und damit willkommen zum zweiten Part unseres Neujahrs-Events von Drachenpracht in der Frühlingsbrise. Gleich ist es hier 8 Uhr und das heißt, es geht weiter.
Paimon has never had dim sum
Wow.
at Shinue kiosk before, but it should be quite the feast for sure.
Leute,
Ooh, and that's Paimon's stomach right on cue telling her it's time to go find Gaming. Let's go!
war das Timing oder war das Timing? Meine Güte, manchmal kriege ich es aber auch hin hier. Okay, wo müssen wir denn hin? Ah ja, dahin. Doch bevor wir dorthin gehen, Leute, ich habe ein paar Mini-Aufgaben gemacht, sag ich jetzt einfach mal. Und wir können hier ein paar Belohnungen abholen. Also einmal haben wir hier Belohnungen für die Festlichkeit. Sammle Festlichkeit an, um die entsprechende Belohnung zu erhalten. Da bin ich jetzt bei 1050, das heißt, wir können uns das alles gönnen. Dann kriegen wir hier Xingshous Kleidung. Einsammeln. Guckt es euch an. Oh mein Gott.
His garments steeped in the spirit of the bamboo groves.
Okay, bist du fertig mit reden? Du siehst so dermaßen cute aus. So werde ich dich auch rausgehen lassen, wenn ich deine Mama wäre. Okay, und hier können wir uns jetzt einen Vierer-Charakter aussuchen. Ich habe ja schon einmal gesagt, ich hätte sehr, sehr gerne Bennett gehabt, aber Bennett ist leider nicht dabei. Sie habe ich, glaube ich, schon fast auf C6, deswegen nehme ich sie nicht. Also ich bin tatsächlich dafür, Gaming zu nehmen, denn dieser kleine Racker, ich würde so gerne in die Wange kneifen, aber das geht leider nicht. Nur virtuell. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, ja, wir nehmen Gaming.
Hey, boss. The name's Gaming. I'm a guard from the communications office. So, all this needs shipping, right? No,
Sag mal,
no.
Leute.
You grab a seat and have some tea. I'll get these packed up for you, no problem.
Seit wann?
It'll only take me a minute. Then we can get the delivery scheduled.
Gaming.
Oh, and
sag
if you
mal!
ever want to book a Wushu dance, me and my crew are available in a heartbeat. The troupe's called the Mighty Mythical Beasts, and I'm the head. Not to brag or anything.
Okay, bist du fertig? Sagt mal, seit wann reden die eigentlich, wenn wir die ziehen? War das schon immer und ich habe es einfach nur weggeklickt oder ist das seit neuestem? Kann mir ja mal gerne jemand sagen, ne? So, nachdem wir das erledigt haben, legen wir jetzt mit der Quest los. Ja, ich weiß, hat lang gedauert, ne? 2 Minuten. Oh Gott, und ich habe gehixelt. Ich hixe immer, Leute. Ich habe gerade ein Energy Drink hinter mir und da war viel Kohlensäure bei. Und ihr wisst, generell, wenn ich trinke, hixe ich mir immer die Naht zurecht. Ja, die Naht. Nicht eine Naht, die Naht. Denn es gibt nur eine Naht. Und das ist die Naht. Mhm.
Oh, you're here early.
Hi, Gummy!
I just ordered. The food should be out in a second. Sit down, sit down.
Let's all take a seat.
Here, hand me your cups.
Oh ja, gerne. Hier, meine Tasse. Was gibt's denn Schönes?
Oh, thank you.
Wait, you weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon.
Paimon!
That was for you to rinse your utensils.
That's a thing?
Während ihr euch unterhaltet, treffen die dampfend heißen Dimsum eine nach der anderen an eurem Tisch ein. Und gerade als du dachtest, dass alle Gänge serviert worden sind, bringt die Kellnerin eine großzügige Portion Reisbrei mit Meeresfrüchten. Oh, ist das ein
much
hübsches
delicious
Bild!
food. Do you really eat all this just for breakfast?
That's just how we do it where I'm from. Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon doesn't need to worry about holding back then.
Eat. If it's not enough, we can always order more. Oh, and there's
Yes!
soy coming as well. I don't usually have that in the morning, but, well, since everyone's here, I just had to order it.
Was ist Tong Sui?
What about you, traveler? Is the food to your liking? Want some more seafood congee? Let me refill your bowl.
Oh mein Gott, warum bist du so cute? Meine Güte, wurdest du gut erzogen. Auch wenn es mit deiner Familie anscheinend sehr schwierig ist, aber du bist gut erzogen worden. Egal, wer es gewesen ist. Das wäre prima, danke. Ich würde es gern selbst tun. Nein, wir machen. Wir lassen ihn einfach seinen Spaß.
Fill it up nice and full and make sure she gets a few extra shrimp. Thanks.
Alle ergreifen ihre Stäbchen und beginnen rein zu schaufeln. Jedes Gericht schmeckt exquisit und einzigartig. Du beginnst langsam, dich zu entspannen, unterhältst dich und das Essen macht dich rundum zufrieden. Bis nicht mal Paimon auch nur einen weiteren Bissen verdrücken kann.
So full. That meal was so satisfying, it even gave Paimon some extra brain juice. Oh, listen. Paimon's figured it out.
Was begriffen?
Let's think about this for a second, Gaming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole table full of expensive dim sum just for the three of us.
War Dim Sum
Well,
diese
you must be hiding the
Teigtaschen,
fact
die so ein
that
bisschen
you're
aussehen
some
wie
young
Blüten?
master from a rich family. That would explain why you try to keep your friends and family away from each
Also die
other.
Knospen, sage ich jetzt mal.
Are you confusing me with Xingqiu?
Huh? You know Shincho? You
Entschuldigung,
sure know a
ich
lot
musste
of
gerade
people.
räuspern. Vielleicht stimmt. Nee, ich kann es
Well,
gar nicht
when
rausschneiden.
you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of rumors. Sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. What it comes down to is being able to tell the difference. More often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out for yourself.
Oh, you truly are a man of many talents, young Master Gaming.
Okay, enough with the teasing. Sorry to burst your bubble, Paimon, but you're wrong about my family situation.
Oh.
What? Oh, Paimon thought she was onto something there.
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small-scale stuff, you know? It wouldn't even make sense to mention his business in the same breath as the Feiyun Commerce Guild. My dad... He always wanted me to inherit the family business.
Aber
To
du
be a
möchtest
merchant
nicht
like him.
Gaming, ne?
But that's just not who I am. It's not who I ever wanted to be.
Das finde ich schlimm. Ich meine, ich kann... Gaming hat... Wartet. Ich meine, ich kann verstehen, dass Eltern sich wünschen, wenn sie sich selbst etwas aufgebaut haben, dass ihre Kinder oder eins der Kinder, je nachdem, ne, dann das Geschäft übernehmen, weil man hat es ja selbst mit seinem Herzblut aufgebaut. Aber es ist auch okay, wenn Kinder ihren eigenen Weg gehen möchten. Ich kann beide Seiten verstehen. Die Kinder, die es dann halt eben nicht möchten und gerne ihren eigenen Weg gehen wollen und halt die Eltern, die sich es wünschen, weil sie es sich eben aufgebaut haben und sich gewünscht hätten, dass eins der Kinder oder wenn es nur eins ist, dass dieses Kind dann, ja, das weiterführt. Ist immer ein bisschen schwierig. So, okay, weiter geht's. Gaming hat bisher immer so heiter und unbeteiligt gewirkt. So ernst wie jetzt habe ich ihn noch nie erlebt. Dieses Thema muss ihm sehr am Herzen liegen.
Have you ever talked to him about it? You know, about your interests and aspirations and stuff.
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Tevat to see what I could do. According to my dad, though, that wasn't a real job.
Ja, da kommen wir wieder
Just
zu
a
dem. Das ist kein
child's pipe
richtiger
dream.
Beruf.
Oh, that's terrible.
Alles, womit du
I'm
Geld
sure he thought I
verdienst,
would
ist
come
ein
around
Beruf.
eventually,
Ist
but-
nun einmal so.
Wushu dancing has always been the only thing I wanted to do.
Ja, den macht das. Leb
One
deinen
day,
Traum,
He
denn
tried
der
to get
wird
me to
wahr.
visit some other tea merchants to start building the right relationships, but I refused to go. We got into a huge fight. We were this close to throwing hands.
Oh.
In the end, I was so angry that I ran away from home. I
Oh.
haven't been back since. Don't get on my case just yet,
Oh,
okay?
Mensch.
It's not
Nein,
like I
das
think
ist
I'm
auch
completely
nicht
without fault.
schön. Oh.
No. I know that it wasn't the right way to go about things. But my dad's stubborn. No matter how hard I tried to convince him, it
Mein
just
Papa ist auch
went in
sehr
one
stur,
ear and
nur
out
mal
the
so
other.
nebenbei.
There was no changing his mind. I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I made it big in Liyue Harbor, the results could speak for themselves.
Gaming.
But I'm sure you both already know how that's going. Wushu dancing's just not that big in Liyue Harbor. In the past, I would go door to door from store to store, asking if they would be interested in hiring a performer. Most times, I wound up eating nothing but humble pie. And you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table, right? So
Ja, das
I
stimmt.
found a job as a guard to make some money. And now I have enough to get by and then some. Still, change takes time. Gotta take it slow, you know?
Ja, es ist halt nicht das, was du
Paimon
machen
understands.
möchtest, ne?
Okay.
Das verstehe ich.
Enough of all that serious talk.
Ich möchte meinen Job auch nicht machen. Aber darüber haben wir schon öfter geredet.
What do you
Nur
say, huh?
Geld braucht man, ne?
Actually, we kinda already have plans this afternoon. We told Xianyun that we would go to her kite-making workshop.
Oh?
Are you interested in kite-making, Gaming?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
Oh, Tante Xianyun. Das ist eine Respektlosigkeit gegenüber Adepten. Nein, 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 das machen wir nicht. Er ist ein Cutie. Nein, wir reden nicht eklig.
That
So.
title certainly humanizes her a bit.
Oh,
Er
I
hat
know that
genug
she's an
Probleme in
adeptus.
seinem Leben.
I
Da
met her
müssen
during a
wir nicht
delivery
noch welche
once.
dazu donnern.
But hasn't she been in the city lately? She's even tried, with some limited success, to change her terms of self-address or something like that. She came to see me a few days ago to ask about luminescent dyes. Oh, wait a second. She doesn't plan on putting those on a kite, does she?
Is that not something you can do?
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but applying it to paper is another matter entirely. Why couldn't she tell me what she wanted them for?
Yeah, she does seem to have trouble with that sometimes.
It would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites only for them to get ruined in the end. Okay, I'll go with you. If Auntie Xianyun wants to use those dyes on a kite, the formula will need to be changed.
Great! The more the merrier!
Okay, let's go! Der Wolkenbild im Taue, der Himmel nie vergraue. Oh, das ist ja süß. Okay, geh zum Berg. Ach, sorry, ich musste mich gerade räuspern. So, wo ist der denn? Ach, da. Oh, irgendjemand wäscht hier Wäsche, das merke ich. Alles zittert hier. So. Das ist immer so krass, wenn hier einer seine Wäsche anwirft, ne? Dann bebt einfach mal das ganze Haus. Hi, ihr Süßen. Oh, guck mal, was ich da noch nicht gemacht habe. Mann, ich habe so wenig bisher gemacht hier. So. Oh, wir sind los. Schläfst du? Du.
Ganyu! Ganyu!
Sie kann im Stehen schlafen.
Some friends have arrived!
Jau. Ach, ihr sind wir noch gar nicht begegnet? Ja, stimmt, kann sein. Die jüngste Schülerin unter der Fürstin des Singens und des Streunens. Vom milden und rücksichtsvollen Charakter gibt sie sich im Umgang mit Menschen ehrlich und freimütig und verpasst keine Gelegenheit, Verantwortung für andere zu übernehmen. Lülülülülü. Sie ist mit Scharfsinn begabt und äußerst gelehrsam. Sie mag zwar noch jung sein und sich zuweilen in harmlosen Scherzen ergehen, aber im Laufe der Zeit wird sie unweigerlich zu einer Frau von erhabener Belesenheit heranwachsen. Ah, Jau ist auch so cute. Sind alle so cute.
Hello.
Ich werde euch alle adoptieren.
Ganyu!
Oh, I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that.
Ja, Minzöl
A
geht ja
guest
noch.
at
Mach
one
nur
new
nichts
restaurant
Fieses.
recommended it to me. I've tried it. Its stimulative effects are much stronger than what can be achieved from chewing on mint leaves alone.
Oh, mein Gott, lasst sie schlafen, Mensch. Die macht so viel. Hat sie funktioniert?
Apologies in advance.
Ah, okay. Oh nein, lass sie bitte schlafen. Oh Gott, Palmer kann auch nicht hingucken.
Oh, wait! Shenhe! Not there!
Du siehst, wie Shenhe eine kleine grüne Flasche herausnimmt, daraus etwas von einer nach Minze duftenden Flüssigkeit entnimmt und sie auf Ganyos Hörner aufträgt. Jau und Palmer schauen erschrocken und mit offenem Mund, können sie aber nicht rechtzeitig aufhalten. Ja, und was mache ich? Ich genieße die Show. Oh nein!
See? It worked. She's awake.
Are you okay, Ganyu? Do you need some water? Or maybe something to eat?
I'm fine. I just feel chilly all over.
Oh.
Huh. Was it that effective?
Ja, wahrscheinlich sind die
Chilly,
sehr
huh?
sensibel, ne?
Master always says a cool head leads to a calm heart. So, does this mean that heat's what we need to help you, Ganyu? Paimon doesn't think that's what the expression means exactly.
I feel a bit better now.
Okay.
Was I asleep? Must have been around the time I usually take my midday nap.
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to happen to you
Ja,
often.
schläft Ganye überhaupt mal?
Perhaps
Die
you
ist ja
should come
ständig
work
mit
at
irgendwas
Warnung
beschäftigt.
restaurant with me. We get off at 10 on the dot every night without fail.
I could never. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Gaming. I work as a guard for the secure transport
Mein
agency.
neuer Adoptivsohn.
Coming.
Nur mal so
The
nebenbei.
name sounds familiar. I believe I've heard your name mentioned around the Ministry of Civil Affairs. People tell me you're an extremely enthusiastic worker, and you are very generous with your help.
Well, you know me. Or, I guess you don't.
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe, and this is Yao Yao.
It's an honor to finally meet you all.
Entschuldigung, Leute, aber sie ist so
you must be here for
cute.
Auntie Xianyun's kite-making workshop, right?
Mann.
Yes.
Zu wem sage ich das eigentlich nicht, ne?
I have neither made nor flown a kite before. As long as Master is willing to teach, I am willing to learn.
Me too. I want to participate in the kite flying competition with my best friend. Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself, right? Your best friend didn't come with you?
Ja.
Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. I'll meet up with
Die
her
haben ihn nicht
later and give her a
ausgeschrieben,
huge
Herrn
surprise.
Bei.
Oh, I also brought bandages
Ich glaube, das
and
habe ich das letzte
ointment
Mal
with
schon
me
gesagt,
today.
ne? Hat das dir
It's
schon
easy to
jemand
cut
gesagt?
yourself when working with bamboo, so I thought I should come
Oder
prepared.
bin ich jetzt doof?
Wow, you're really thoughtful.
As for myself, I'm afraid I lack some of my companion's enthusiasm. I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the
Nein,
festive
wir
city
basteln
atmosphere with
ein
everyone.
zusammen, okay?
But Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors, wanting us to have the best there is. She always puts us before herself. It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop, so I simply couldn't let such consideration go to waste. My motivation for being here might be a little different, yes, but I'm ready to put in just as much effort as everyone else.
Well, we're all here, but where the heck is Xianyun? Shouldn't she be here by now?
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such
Da
an
kommt sie direkt
ill-tempered tone?
angerannt.
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon! Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it's still warm. Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest adeptus. Someone
Sie
as
will nur
wonderful
was
as you
essen.
is sure
Paimon, du
bred
bist
enough
so
for Paimon's
berechenbar. Oh, guckt euch mal die Augen an. Die Fürstin legt ihre Taschen ab, während Shuyo den gegrillten Fisch austeilt. Als alle anfangen, miteinander zu reden, füllt sich die sonnenstille Umgebung des oh, sorry, ich muss mich schon wieder räuspern. Bergs allmählich mit lebhafter Unterhaltung.
So delicious. Paimon's life is complete.
Hat sich eher angehört, als würde ich gerade verrecken, oder? Es war kein
It appears that
Räuspern.
we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. Go ahead and divide yourselves into small groups. The
Okay,
materials are over here. The
Okay.
regular dyes and luminescent ones have been clearly marked.
Okay.
Use them as you see fit. As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions one provided while we were eating. Yes? Are there any questions?
nein, Miss.
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening.
Das Basteln übernehme sowieso ich. Du könntest einfach nur aushelfen.
Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
Ja, ich mache ja
One
immer die
will
ganze
wait under
Arbeit,
this tree And
Paimon.
avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you have any trouble, questions, or simply want to chat.
We're not in any hurry to get started. Why don't we go see what the others are up to?
Ja, ist okay. Wir lassen die einfach mal arbeiten. Ist das in Ordnung? Und wir schlingeln uns einfach irgendwo mit hinein, okay? Okay. Hi, Gaming und Shuyu. Oder wie du ausgesprochen wirst.
Hey, Gaming, want to team up?
Huh? I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day after adjusting the
Ach
dye
komm schon,
formula.
Gaming. Mach mit.
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh? That doesn't seem like you.
No, it's not that. It's just...
Ja, was ist denn? Ach, gar nicht.
It would take too long to explain. I guess I'll just make one then.
Ja, genau.
What shape should we go with? How about a butterfly?
Oh, ja, wird bestimmt süß. Der Schmetterling symbolisiert... Moment. Der Schmetterling symbolisiert den Wunsch nach Freiheit. Vielleicht ist das auch das, wonach Garmin sucht. Oh.
What do you think, Liyue?
Oh,
Is there a
komm hier,
particular
kleiner
design you want?
Petpat.
I want a Swanee!
That might be a little hard to pull off.
True, but I still want to try. They're super cute.
Okay, it's decided then.
Alles klar. Ging ja schnell bei euch. So, hello, was geht bei euch?
Auntie Cloud Retainer,
guck
look!
mal.
Am I doing it right?
Very
Sieht schon
good.
sehr schön
Your
aus.
frame is nice and sturdy. This design, is it a finch?
Yep.
One is looking forward to seeing your finished product.
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll be more like my friends. But if I make it gold, it'll be more like
Nimm
me.
beide Farben.
If you are
Vermisch
asking
sie.
for one's own opinion,
Okay.
one would advise choosing gold. When
Meine
giving
Gold
a
ist natürlich
gift,
eine wärmere
the key
Phase, ne?
consideration is the
Phase,
recipient's
Farbe meine
feelings,
ich.
is it not? One imagines your friend would much prefer a kite that reminds them of you.
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi.
Oh,
How did
mach
you
doch
know?
beide. Das sieht bestimmt auch okay aus.
With age comes wisdom.
Ich habe
child.
keine Ahnung von sowas,
One
ne,
simply
Leute?
has a way of knowing things.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Auntie Cloud Retainer. I'm gonna start painting it gold right now.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that one was supposed to be doing the relaxing.
Ja, natürlich.
Is your kite finished?
Ja, klar.
Actually, haven't started yet, but we're going to start.
Wie ich einfach schon weggelaufen bin. Paiman, du regelst das, ne? Ich laufe dann einfach schon mal. Und was habt ihr da hinten?
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting
Ah
things on
ja,
my
seht
horns
ihr,
from
die
now
sind
on.
zu empfindlich.
They're really quite sensitive.
I see. My apologies. I shall remember that in the future.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time. I've just always wondered what Miss
Shenhe.
Ganyu's horns feel like.
Mann.
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, all right. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch with no discernible temperature. Oh, not unlike certain medicinal plants I've eaten before. Oh, still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I should stop. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just refrain from taking afternoon naps outdoors.
Schlaf, wenn du schlafen kannst.
Anyway, we should probably get started on our kite. It won't be long before Cloud Retainer comes to check on our progress. Perhaps we should just choose the most traditional style.
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. Let's not disturb them.
Ja. Bauen wir jetzt unseren eigenen Drachen.
We should get started on our kite now. Let's go.
Ja, let's go. Warte, wo muss ich denn hin? Wartet. Hier. Wow, das hat jetzt eben
We
gedauert.
have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at?
Natürlich basteln wir einen wie Paimon geformten Drachen.
Oh, that's not a completely
Ja, natürlich,
crazy
weil
idea.
du es bist, Paimon,
If
ne?
nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travels and always find the tastiest food and funnest things to do wherever you go. Maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh, we should exaggerate this a bit. How about this? The word
Schutzengel der Reisenden.
guardian angel of travelers.
Oh mein Gott, so süß. Du baust den Rahmen des Drachen nach der Anweisung der Fürstin. Oh, das sieht ja schon gar nicht so schlecht aus. Da habe ich schon ganz andere Dinger gesehen. Zum Beispiel ein Gemälde von Paimon.
Since the kite is going to be flying super high in the sky.
Der Drachen sollte selbstzufrieden reinschauen. Der Ausdruck sollte angsterfüllt sein. Der Ausdruck sollte schuldbewusst sein. Ist alles irgendwie ein bisschen Banane, ne? Machen wir selbstzufrieden?
Ooh, like this? Ooh. The title of Champion Kite Flyer is mine.
Okay, Paimon. Ja, das ist der. Lass mich noch einmal darüber nachdenken. Ach, wir können
The
noch...
kite is going to be flying.
Angsterfüllt?
It's too high. Someone save Paimon. She's about to faint. Like that?
Okay. Hört sich schon mal ganz cool an. Lass mich nochmal nachdenken. Und schuldbewusst.
Oh, Paimon totally didn't do anything wrong. And even if she did, she doesn't deserve to get shot up into the sky for it. Something like this, then.
Ich glaube, wir machen angsterfüllt. Das ist irgendwie cool.
It's too high. Someone save Paimon. She's about to faint. Like that?
Es wäre lustig, dass wir, wenn das Ding dann wirklich fliegt, dass dann sowas kommt. Okay, wir machen das.
Decided. Let's make it happen.
Okay, let's go! Ja, wie sieht's aus, Paimon? Zeig mal.
It's done. Paimon has to say. Kai Paimon might even rival real Paimon in terms of
Okay.
cuteness. Now we just have to attach the string, right?
Aha.
All right, gather around, everyone.
Gott, ich fühle mich, als wäre ich wieder in so einer Schulklasse, ne?
Shinny's
Lange ist es
calling
her.
us.
Hallo, Frau Lehrerin.
Let one take a look.
Okay. Guck, ob keiner guckt.
Wow.
Oh,
Garmy
mein
and
Gott,
Shinha
so
made a scissor-tailed swallow. It's so
Oh,
pretty.
guck mal.
Yep. The coloring makes it
Guck
look
mal,
a
sie hat
lot
es
like
wirklich
Master.
golden und
If
blau
the tail
gemacht.
wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image. If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you doze off while painting it, Garmy?
I did the painting.
Oh,
I
okay.
stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the coloring of any bird, except Master.
Sieht aus, als wäre
Or should
der
I
voll
say
auf.
that I'm too familiar with her crane form?
Als wäre der voll high.
Even when she stands before us in human form, all I can see is blue and white.
Oh. Well, now that you mention it, Paimon can see it too.
Exactly. So I simply closed my eyes and painted from memory.
Okay, deswegen hast du
No
übergemalt, alles
way.
klar.
You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow, the disciples of Adepti really are something.
You are most filial, Shenhe. One is flattered by the likeness.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks
Ja,
very
sieht
majestic.
auch total
I'm
hübsch
sure it'll
aus.
look even more impressive as it soars through the sky.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark, so you're sure to see it at night.
Oh, wow.
Your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao. It's all thanks to Auntie Cloud Retainer's guidance.
What about your kite,
Ja,
Traveler?
zeigt endlich mal Paimon.
That's hilarious.
Das sieht so gut aus.
Why does Paimon feel like you're laughing at her and not with her?
I'm just admiring the expression you chose. Whether the kite soars high in the air or
Ja,
comes crashing
stimmt.
straight to the ground, it's still fitting. That's quite the impressive feat, actually.
Das sieht
Is
echt
that-
gut aus.
The Jade Chamber?
Oh.
Oh?
Ey, ich habe gerade Oh gesagt, ja? Eine sanfte Brise weht vorbei, während das Jadegemacht den Anwesenden... Irgendwas.
Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety by releasing a kite into one's territory without one's permission?
Wow, chill.
Oh, and to do so by making use of this crude piece of mortal machinery. One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence.
Yo!
Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Alles klar, die dreht gerade voll am Rad, aber ist okay.
Retainer? Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Ja, ist okay.
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm
Nee,
more
ihr
worried
geht's
about the
gut.
person
Ja,
who released
genau.
the kite.
Das dachte ich mir eben auch.
There's wind up ahead. Looks like we can glide
Oh mein
over.
Gott. Wir haben jetzt echt den Drachen gekriegt. Oh mein Gott, ist das geil. Ah. Ach ja. Ist das wieder alles lustig. So. Ah, dann fliegen wir mal ein bisschen herum. Tschu, tschu, tschu. Wo müssen wir denn hin? Aha, dahin, okay.
It's right there.
So, was geht denn ab? Ach, sagt mir
This
nicht, ihr wart
Fontanian
das.
device of mechanical motion is quite curious indeed.
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among
liebe
us
es,
was
wie er
not sufficiently
spricht.
attentive, and now the kite has vanished.
Calm yourself. Do you have any recollection of its last location?
One believes it drifted in the direction of Mount Outsong.
Ja, ja, ihr kriegt gleich den
Perhaps it
Popo
is mere
versohlt.
happenstance, but one feels a certain sense of dread at the thought.
Your concern is misplaced, surely. Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her abode attending to her research. She will not notice that kite.
Ah, wenn ihr
On the
wüsstet.
subject of said kite, however, one simply must remark on the genius of its windless lift technology.
Wie schön
One
diese
cannot help but
Münze hier
surmise
in
that its
Mitte
ingenuity
steht.
rivals that of Cloud Retainer's creations.
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both say farewell to any further use of the supreme cuisine machine.
One presumes
that
this kite belongs to you.
Lauft, lauft.
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted. This is all your fault.
One's fault. One seems
Sie
to
wird
recall that
bestimmt auch
releasing the
Gedanken
kite
lesen
was no
können.
solitary endeavor. Say something, Mountain Shaper. Surely you can think of something to appease her.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath. It would be better to stay silent and retire at the earliest opportunity.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during Lantern Rite. But what about the Moon Chase Festival? Sooner or later, she will discover her true
Okay.
identity.
Ach so, sie weiß es nicht.
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not. You retrieve it.
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as oneself
Oh
is
mein Gott,
mistaken
sagt
then?
doch einfach, wer ihr seid.
You're an Adeptus? Please forgive
Warum
us for any
verheimlichen die das
impropriety.
denn?
I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray, who could be responsible for such wanton behavior?
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite mint. Well, and if that's all, then we'll just be on our way.
We finally caught up. You sure do fly fast in your illuminated bird form, Xinyan.
Oh mein Gott, jetzt haut nichts raus,
Mother,
Leute.
Mother,
Oh!
You!
Sie.
Okay, now Paimon's getting a weird vibe.
Ja, hast
Did she say
du.
something wrong?
It is of no consequence. Long has
Ah,
one
okay.
seen through their disguises. One was simply curious as to how long they would keep up
Sie
the
wäre auch ein
act.
bisschen komisch, wenn die sich
Then you
untereinander
are not
nicht
angry?
erkennen würden.
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware of how enticing these city novelties can be.
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. Seldom do we get the opportunity to partake in the delights of the times. However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of hand. No worthy kite could be born of our own making. Thus, we could only take the convenient route, so to speak.
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer. You wield the wind and waves themselves. Your singular talent stands unmatched
Das
across
ist
the
eine richtige
land.
Einschlafstimme. Also
Of
jetzt nicht im
this,
negativen
we are
Sinne, ne?
well aware.
Du könntest mir auch jeden Abend eine Geschichte vorlesen. Ehrlich.
One has guests to attend to. We will have to convene again some other time.
Okay.
Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
Ja, Ma'am.
We're leaving already? All this flying from place to place is wearing Paimon out.
Lass uns lieber schnell hinterher, sonst bekommen wir noch eine Strafe. Wo geht's denn hin? Wieder zurück zum Berg. Let's go. Schwuppdiwupp. Schwuppdiwupp. Oh. Ha, hat keiner gesehen. Oh, und so. So, wir sind wieder zurück. Wart ihr artig?
They're back.
Ja. Hallo. Ach, Paimon.
Paimon's pooped. Hi. Why are there only 2 of you left?
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out playing with their kites.
Mhm.
Gao Ming offered to escort them home.
Mhm.
Before he left, he said something that I don't quite understand.
Okay.
Oh? What did he say?
Ja, was hat er gesagt?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars.
Ah, oh,
Its tether
Garmin.
prevents it from ever truly
Komm, ich komm
flying
dich gleich
free.
knuddeln.
He looked quite dejected as he said this.
Ja, och Mensch.
Now that you mention it, Gao Ming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kites.
Ja, er erkennt sich selbst. Vielleicht erkennt er sich selbst in ihnen wieder.
A reflection of himself. If I were a kite, I would cherish that tether as a symbol of kinship.
Ja, aber
And
er
the
sieht es
bonds that
anders.
tie us and...
Shenhe?
It may be an exceedingly slim and distant connection, but lose it, and you lose that which links you to home. If Gaming truly sees a kite as a reflection of himself, then I fear I understand his words even less.
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their mindset and experiences, right? It's actually quite normal.
Just like some people can eat spicy food.
Oh mein
but
Gott, ich
others
kann
won't go
überhaupt
anywhere near
nicht
it.
scharf essen.
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding are as important as they are.
Ja.
Tolerance and understanding? What brought about this conversation? Did one miss something?
Vielleicht.
We were just chatting. You don't have to butt in on every little thing, you know.
Paimon.
you anyway?
One was merely doing a bit of cooking.
Genau, du willst nämlich was zu essen haben, also sei
Night
nett.
fast approaches. If you are otherwise unoccupied, one would entreat you to stay and eat before you depart.
Ja, danke.
It's been so long since I've had the chance to enjoy your cooking, Cloud Retainer.
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is more than familiar with everyone's culinary proclivities.
Das Angebot wollen wir gern annehmen. Ich werde Paimons Portion für mich beanspruchen. Nein, komm.
Shenhe,
Wir
Ganyu,
sind,
come with me.
oder wir können so gemein zu Paimon sein.
See, you're not trying to play favorites, are you? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help too.
Geht zum Eingang der Wohnstätte. Na, das kriegen wir ja auch noch hin, ne? Aber gerade so. Ach, Paimon weiß noch, hier wohnt die... Was? Letztes Mal mussten wir ihr ganz viele Leckereien auftischen, damit sie uns... Oh, das ist zu schnell. Ah.
Keep up.
Nee, da müssen wir hin. Entschuldigung, Leute. Ich dachte, weil ich eben von... weil eben Paimon von dem Tisch geredet hat, da dachte ich, wir müssen zum Tisch. Er wartet eine Weile vor der Tür der Wohnstätte der Fürstin.
This is...
Oh! Ich bin extra weiter weggegangen, Leute. Es war trotzdem bestimmt zu laut. Ach, wie cute.
I can feel the wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing. Is the headpiece secure?
Oh, wow. Aber das hier sieht toll. Die Frisur sieht richtig toll aus.
How do we look?
Amazing!
Just like that?
Ihr seht fabelhaft aus.
You look pretty too, Ganyu. Oh, how should Paimon put it?
Die sieht eher aus, als würde die uns gleich eine knallen.
Those outfits really suit you both.
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor in all of Liyue, one would expect nothing less. What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe and Ganyu?
Lately? Why is Cloud Retainer suddenly asking about what colors we like?
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited one's own tastes.
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
Okay.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
Oh.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable, yes?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer, for this gift.
Oh mein
And the kite,
Gott,
too.
wieso sieht die Frisur so
Thank you,
hübsch
Master.
aus?
One is content, as long as you are pleased with the gift. One hopes these garments will see much use.
Ihr nehmt Platz und genießt eine reich gedeckte Tafel in angenehmer Gesellschaft. Bist du satt, Paimon?
Seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just getting better and better, Xianyun. This golden crab's particularly good. The shell's deliciously crunchy, and the meat inside is so succulent and sweet. Paimon can't stop eating. It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
Ihr würdet gleich auflegen. Du würdest ihn besiegen.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Shuyu. One was hoping to treat him to a meal. Oh, well. One will just have to extend one's thanks in person.
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you, Cloud Retainer.
One has high standards. He appears to be a young man of much merit, and one is not the type who would see such potential squandered.
It appears that he wishes to break free from the kite string that tethers him.
Ja.
Kite string? Huh, what strange metaphors you speak in, Shenhe. Ever since you returned from one mean restaurant, your turns of phrase render one at quite the loss.
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you know about the conflict between Gaming and his dad, Xianyun?
One has only heard that the two are not on good terms.
He ran away from home and hasn't been back since.
Oh?
Ran away, you say? Huh. One believes we would all benefit from a more thorough retelling.
Alles klar, ich hol mal
Start
gleich
from the
meine
beginning.
Notizen raus.
Oh, okay. Paimon just hopes he won't mind.
Ja, das stimmt. Ihr berichtet hier an Jungen alles, was ihr über Gamings Familie
What?
wisst.
This shall not do.
Wow. Bleib locker.
Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must make haste.
Okay.
As one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, one could not help but be reminded of Menogius. He possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for fabric selection and color pairing, but also for what accessories could best accentuate a garment's overall styling. At a gathering of adepti, Bonanus once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Menogius made for her was too long and impractical, lamenting that it would only hinder her in battle. However, When one asked Menogius his opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adeptal countenance by exemplifying a certain elegance. Menogius was that type of person. When it came to topics relating to garments and accessories, not even Rex Lapis could best his stubbornness. And later...
Ja, Punkt, Punkt, Punkt.
One seems to have strayed off topic. One means to say that Lantern Rite should be a day of reunion. It is a time to address problems before they turn into regrets.
Yeah.
Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any of us without design or reason. If there is a chance for young people to remain insulated from this reality, one should do one's utmost to make it so.
That's nice and all, but...
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps adeptal arts could be of use. No. Mechanics, perhaps. One fails to see its use in a situation such as this.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Ja, ich glaube nicht.
Combining our efforts is a fine idea indeed. Aha! One has an idea.
Alles klar.
How about this?
Ja.
Does that make sense to everyone?
Hey, ich habe den Plan ja jetzt gar nicht mitgehört.
Oh, Paimon really hopes
Das ist
this
ja
works.
gemein.
One's designs never fail.
Okay.
Now then, I counsel rest for all, and to make the necessary preparations. One shall see you in 2 days.
Alles klar. Wir sehen uns in 2 Tagen wieder. Der Wolkenbild im Taue, der Himmel nie vergraue. Auftrag abgeschlossen. Und damit haben wir den zweiten Teil des Events hinter uns. Ich denke mal 2 Parts werden es dann noch sein. Denn, Moment, festliche Ereignisse, genau. Die beiden sind jetzt noch übrig. Manchmal ist es aber so, dass eine von den beiden, wenn es 4 Stück sind, ihr wisst schon, ich rede mich jetzt gerade wieder um Kopf und Kragen wahrscheinlich. Meistens ist eine Sache immer nicht so lang. In der Regel ist es immer das Letzte. Vielleicht baue ich beide zusammen oder eben es sind 2 einzelne Teile. Also eventuell habt ihr noch 2 Parts vor euch, meine Lieben. Dann danke ich wieder einmal fürs Zusehen und wir sehen uns dann demnächst wieder. Also dann, bye bye.